What is going on, guys? It is the Phantom Michael, and I'm bringing you a brand new Phantom 5 episode. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about my top 5 favorite flying type Pokemon. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the number 5 spot on my list belongs to Noctowl. Okay, hear me out. I think that Noctowl is pretty much upsets a lot of people just because Noctowl isn't a psychic flying type, it is a normal flying type. But if you overlook that annoyance, for me, Noctowl is that nostalgia Pokemon, especially for flying types, because throughout Gen 2, I picked up a Hoot and I taught it Hypnosis, I had Confusion, and we just rocked out with it. And then if you want to take it like an aspect out of the anime, I really started watching Pokemon I watched the beginning of Kanto and then kind of missed some episodes, and then I picked back up when I was a kid for Gen 2 and started watching him go through Johto. And dude, him having that shiny Noctowl was really cool, and honestly I had no idea that it was a different color. I thought that's what Noctowl looked like. I had no idea Ash had a shiny Noctowl this whole time. So when I was playing through the games and I find, Gen 3 comes around, you actually can see the colorful sprites and everything like that. I was like, why is Noctowl that ugly brown? Where's the shiny at? And I was a little confused, but it's all good. But I think for me, just carrying around that Noctowl through Gen 2 for so long, I think that is what kind of led me to him making my top 5 list as number 5. Okay, we're going to go to number 4. Number 4... Guys, the problem with top 5s is that there's so many good Pokemon that you want to talk about, but you have to narrow it down to 5. And for me, it has to be Honchkrow for my number 4 list. Just because I don't have... Gen 4 came around and Murkrow got the evolution. Honchkrow was the big, bad, mafia boss looking Pokemon. And, you get with the whole... A group of crows is called a murder, and... that's why it's like, oh man, Honchkrow just sounds so cool because he just controls all the Honchkrows. He's just the big bad boss. And for having Cyrus having that Pokemon, you're just like, dang man. I mean, Honchkrow, even competitive viability, he's such an interesting Pokemon to use. Life Orb, Super Luck, man, he's hitting crits all day. But yeah, that is Honchkrow for me, and that is why he made number 4. I think just because he's just one of those Pokemon that I always liked him, but I never was able to get him because I never figured out how to evolve him in Gen 4 until I actually bought the book of Diamond and Pearl, and I figured it out then. But even so, I never actually got to use him on my team. I really wish I would have, because he is one of my favorite flying type Pokemons for sure. I think his is more for like that he was evil and he just looks aesthetically really cool. Alright, we're gonna go to number 3. Okay. Number 3 for this list is definitely Pidgeot. Okay, Gen 1, like I said, I always scooped up a Pidgey. Always scooped up a Pidgey. He went all the way to a Pidgeot. He helped me rock out all the time throughout the Elite Four and everything. However, I did box him for like a Zapdos or something, but just having that memory of being able to use him, I soloed Erika's entire squad with Pidgeotto. And then when he even hit that Pidgeot stage, we were whooping butt throughout the gyms. I actually soloed that little fighting type dojo they have in Kanto with a Pidgeot. So, I mean, I think the nostalgia of having that Pidgeot. And then when Oris came out and we got Mega Pidgeot, I actually threw one of those on my team too. I transferred it over from my X and Y to Oris, and I had a Mega Pidgeot later on in the game, and it was fun. It was really fun. But I think the nostalgia from even so as the anime, he was a Pidgeotto, I guess, but even so, like the whole line together is really good, and I just love me some Pidgeot. Not gonna lie, I just love me some Pidgeot. Okay, number 2 on this list has to go to none other than Talonflame. Okay, I know a lot of people are like, man, Talonflame was so broken back in X and Y and all this other stuff. I didn't use him for competitive. I did not use Talonflame competitively. The reason why Talonflame makes this list at number 2 is because he was my egg hatching Pokemon. flame-bodied Talonflame was hatching all my eggs for me. So honestly, I think I carried around a Talonflame, even now, more so than any other flying type Pokemon, just because he was warm and cuddly and hatched my eggies for me, and I loved him very much. Whenever I decide, oh yeah, I need to go pick some berries or whatever, I'd bring Talonflame with me. He helped me take out any Pokemon I'd run in the way, and I'd scoop up some berries. I'd go back to start running around the pen and just holding Talonflame for so long and helping me hatch all these baby Pokemon. I think that is why he made this top 5 list as number 2. Now we're gonna go to number 1. Number 1 was an absolute no-brainer for me. Now, you guys know that I did play Gen 1, 2, and 3. However, Gen 4, I was a little bit more mature than I was back then, so I kind of knew how to play the games more. The minute that I seen a Starly, I was like, oh, it's a cute little bird Pokemon. Let's just pick it up. Evolved into Staravia. I was like, I'm not really digging this one. But then when it evolved into a Staraptor, I was like, this is the meanest, baddest bird Pokemon I have ever seen. And I loved Staraptor. I took Staraptor all the way from the Star League, all the way through the Elite Four, whooped the Pokemon League, took it to those brand new little islands up top after post-game, and we just rocked out the entire time. I think the 2 Pokemon that I kept in my team the entire time was my starter, that Torterra, and well, it was a Turtle when I got it, but Torterra and Staraptor were the only 2 Pokemon in the entire game that I never swapped out. Staraptor is my absolute favorite flying type Pokemon. Alright, you guys, why don't you guys let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite flying type Pokemon is. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment down below for me, and with that, I've been the Phantom Michael. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one.